Hey guys, Luke, and I'm finally back doing what I do best, and that's talking about Call of Duty Zombies world records. So what that means today, what we're talking about is all of the Black Ops 4 solo world records right now. I do want to say though that we're only going to be covering the normal mode world records. The reason that I say that is because that's the only one that's regulated, and within the world record community, that's the only one that really is seen as the legitimate world record. Easy, mutations, realistic, whatever it is, really aren't seen as the actual world record, and there could be a higher round for one or two of those maps, but we're going with the normal mode. And the last thing that I do want to say is if we could hit 300 likes on this video, that would be absolutely nutty, especially because I haven't uploaded in a while, but I know you guys love the world record videos. But anyway, let's jump right into 9. So the current 9 world record is round 128 by Lethal Brothers. Now the strategy that he used was running from the spawn room, using the trap outside of Ra's temple, running up the stairs within the temple, down through Danu, and back out into the spawn room. You rinse and repeat it. It's a fairly simple strategy, but one that's incredibly effective. He was also running around with his shield out, and that's going to be a recurring theme that you see throughout this video, and he was using the perk Victorious Tortoise in order to prevent all damage while his shield is out, and the pistol that the shield has can kill a few zombies if he gets trapped. And if his shield breaks with Victorious Tortoise, the shield will basically explode and it'll kill all the zombies around him, so basically it's a nice little failsafe and it keeps him from going down. And from my own personal experiences with 9, once you get past about round 50, it gets incredibly difficult, even if you are running the traps, because all the special zombies are just stupidly annoying. I love 9 as a map, but those things, man, they really get in the way. Now moving on to our next map, we have Voyage of Despair, and the world record is round 129 by mlook_KSA. The strategy that he used for his game was to get the Helion Salvo rocket launcher along with the upgraded Kraken and stand at the bottom of the grand staircase for the first about 105 rounds of his game until he started to need ammo mid-round. And when that started to happen, he would train up a little bit, go take the portal over to the build table to get more ammo, come right back to the bottom of the staircase, and to complement that, he had the perk Stone Cold Stronghold in order to increase his damage and give him a little bit extra shield since he was still standing there most of the time. Along with that, he was running Victorious Tortoise to get out of corners with the shield, like I said, for the 9 world record, and Bandolier Bandit for more extra ammo. And I have to say, as someone who doesn't really like Voyage of Despair and therefore hasn't played it very much, I probably played it 3 or 4 times. I've seen the Easter egg, I've seen the high rounds. I don't really like it, but again, as someone who isn't a big fan of the map, I have to give him a lot of credit for putting up with this map for 129 rounds. Now moving on to our next map, we have Blood of the Dead, and the current record is round 283 by Rodrigo Ferreira. And I should mention really quickly, if you look at the top left of your screen, the game is only going to be showing round 27, but I promise you that it's actually round 283, and I'll explain why it's showing like that really quickly. After round 255, Black Ops 4 glitches out a little bit, and on round 256 you will see no round counter at all, and then almost like magic on round 257 it begins to start counting the rounds again, but starting at round 1. And I'll link a playlist where you guys can actually watch this happen. It's really weird to see. I've never seen anything like it, but I assume if you wrapped around and you went to round 510, that it would do the exact same thing over and over again. Anyway, with that being mentioned, I want to move on to the strategy that he used in his game because it's fairly simple. You guys can replicate it for yourselves and get a nice high round. So you're going to want to sit in the new Industries building with the shield and Victorious Tortoise, just like in the last few games that we talked about. He also has the Helion Salvo rocket launcher and the regular Blundergat. Now I have to mention why this is regular, because for some reason the Magma Gat makes your game glitch out, and it's also just not very good. You're really only going to be using it for the dogs, so don't even bother getting the Magma Gat. But most of your time spent using this strategy is going to be used sitting behind the chain trap where you just aren't able to be hit by any zombies, or you're going to be running around waiting for it to recharge with the Helion Salvo or killing a few zombies with a Blundergat. And I do have to say the round 283 is admittedly pretty crazy, especially because we haven't seen that high of a round since World of War, where theoretically you could have gone to around 250 billion, but that's besides the point. But 283 is actually pretty crazy, and I want to see how far this record's actually going to be pushed. And moving on to our next map, we have Classified, and the current record is 181 by XMaxi Z115. So this one is going to be a little bit more complex than the others, and I'll try to explain it as best as I can. At the start of the round, he waits for a few zombies to spawn in and takes the elevator down from the top floor into the war room. Once zombies start to spawn in down there, he takes the elevator back upstairs and immediately runs forward to the electric trap and he activates it. He then sits right next to it, and for some reason all the zombies spawn on the other side of the trap from him, besides maybe one that he has to kill for himself. Once the trap's finished, he then runs through the upstairs, fixing his shield if necessary, and then heading back downstairs to the war room, where he trains around for a little bit, killing zombies on the stairs with the Helion Salvo or the Winner's Howl while the trap is recharging. He then rinses and repeats that strategy as many times as possible, and I do want to mention that he blew the other world record out of the strategy. The current second place for this map is round 153, so he just absolutely demolished it. And as someone who's gotten to round 120 on easy mode, I know how hectic this map gets, especially because it's so small, so I have to give him a lot of credit for not dying constantly using that strategy. And now on to our last and final map for this video. We have Dead of the Night, and the current record is round 120 by Sulky118. And I like how we go from the hardest strategy in this video to the easiest one. So what Sulky did was he opened up the bookcase in this study that you have to open up while you're getting the wonder weapon for this map, and used the Helion Salvo, Silver Bullets, Victorious Tortoise, and PhD Slider to help negate some of the explosive damage. But once he opened up the bookcase, Sulky would just stand in the little bookcase corner and shoot the Helion Salvo at the ground a little bit of a ways away from him, and when he needed ammo, he would train around the room a little bit, grab ammo from the Silver Bullets table, go up the stairs, grab a shield out in the main hall where he can loop back around into the library area, and just rinse and repeat over and over again. Like I said, it's a fairly simple strategy, and if you guys want to go and try it out for yourselves, I actually did it myself, and it was pretty fun. I got to round 50 or 60 just chilling for a little while. I wasn't really like going for a world record or anything like that. I probably couldn't get the world record. I do want to say that right now. I am not that talented, but either way, it's a little bit of a fun time. It's nice to just chill for some high rounds. If you guys want to try it out, go right ahead. And with that being said, I think that's going to be the end of the video. If you guys could please do me a huge favor and go and check out everybody that I talked about in the description down below. They're also going to be in a pinned comment that I put down there. Please go and show them the love and support that they deserve, because they are all absolutely insane players, and congrats on their world records. But yeah, just please go and support them, because I don't know, it's kind of upsetting to me that these videos that they make don't get any views or recognition whatsoever, and I want to kind of change that. And that's why I make these videos, is because I want to like celebrate these world records. But while you're down there checking them out, like I said, just please go and check them out. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you guys are new, and tell me in the comments, what do you guys think the most impressive record in this video is? But with that being said, I'll get out of your guys' hair. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Crude methods prove effective. There is no escape from the flames. A mysterious signal. Its meaning is not yet known to me. For all eternity!
As the gates to Agartha opened, the four heroes were rewarded with riches beyond imagination. From that day forward, they knew that Samantha would keep them safe. Forever.
getting everything wrong. I told you before their eyes should be blue.
It's my turn, Eddie. I can do whatever I want.
But you don't even know how to play properly. Girls don't know enough about zombies.
What's the choice of it, children? Make sure the windows are locked before you come down to the basement.
We'd better do what your dad says. I didn't even get my turn.
Tomorrow, Eddie. You get to make the rules. I promise. Come on, Fluffy.
I wish the heroes in our stories were real, Sam.
I know what you mean. But we will make everything okay. My dad says he has a plan.